Okay, welcome back to the latest Genocide Dolphins development video. This is actually take two because I just run out of space and when I was about 3 minutes in this, so it's not exactly what I was doing before, but I thought I'll try and change it up. So this is a new level called SUBSTATE. I haven't gone mad. I'm not just constantly producing levels, but I've rolled all of the sub-levels into one. So this island is new. Me and my mate designed this the other night, Paul. But basically, I've put all of them into one. So you have the chunking mansions over there. Ahead of me there is Cataran Way with the rooftop garden, Shogun Lamella, and this is the bar Bob One Day. These were all separate scenes. And there's German Cine Club. That was a separate scene. So I'm just going to have a look in each of them. I've merged them all into one major scene, actually, because I think it feels better that way, rather than being individual scenes. And it forms a new city. Something down there, maybe. These are the old alleyways that were around Bob's in the first place that I demoed not that long ago, really. Cataran Way up here, which is a series of pubs, really, a bit dark at the moment. And a restaurant. Keep picking up dynamite there. And these are like I say, all merged, so it's now a new coherent city. And instead of having to load individual scenes, it will load this. Now I guess if you walk into the teleporter for like Bob One Day, which is in Screaming Tortoise 8, you'll just teleport, I guess, outside like that. But if you walk into the one for Germans, which is also in Screaming Tortoise 8, you'll just teleport here. So essentially you'll be going into a building in ST8, but you'll be appearing just in this world, SUBSTATE, in front of the building that you want to be in front of, basically. And that's how it'll work. So this is the Warlong Club. A lot of these are undeveloped properly. Just getting it to run fast with everything in is hard enough, but this will be like a club where all the worst people hang out, and the gangsters and the most influential people. Looks a bit raggy right now, but it's meant to be a posh club. It will be, it's just that the textures are all messed up at the moment. Yeah, so there'll be like, whoops, the mouse pointer is lost. So there'll be strippers and stuff walking along here, and various dodgy deals getting done, and you won't be able to get in so easily. Down here you have some steps that lead to the Chinese restaurant, which is Eerie Plasticity, or EP. This used to be, again, a separate scene, but is now merged in. None of the people are on at the moment, but there was people populating that, and there was people eating some of this food and stuff, so I'll get them working again and integrate them. And I'll start people walking from point to point in this world, so that they go from, you know, one of these places to another. A lot of this has been customized. We have some of this needs to be fixed, but we have like all of these have been customized. And from here you get into the red light district, which I've connected with this pipe here, which is Shinbone Alley, it's called, which is a reference to Assassin's Creed. In fact, I never even played it, but my brother loved that one and he talked about it. So if you remember, maybe you remember if you're an avid viewer, and I don't know why it's so dark, but there was a mission based in here in one of the earlier videos. So this is the red light district, and the mission is off at the moment. Although actually the sentry guns are still on, look, from a long time ago. So he's obviously not able to hurt us right now. And these bars are really dark, but they're still here, still working. And when you move stuff around in Unity, you lose a lot of stuff actually. So it's kind of comforting. And if I turn the light on, there. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it's him. You can see it says Madame Jeanette's there. So these things have not been lost. They've been merged, and I've messed up the light and stuff, but they're still here. And Turbinia, this is the nightclub, and if you remember from the mission, actually monsters come out of this thing. Oh, come on! Throw him. Oh, I don't know what I've done there. But, yeah, this is going to be a nightclub. Will he have an angle on me? No. And there's a little bit down here. Like I say, this is a red light district, so these bits are full of prostitutes. See, I've made everything static without without going through and making them bits that aren't static. But actually, at this point, you can crawl in here. Forgive the awful crawl animation, but in here is the red light district, which is highly unfinished, as you can see. This guy's a pimp of sorts, but he's all messed up too. And there's going to be these prostitute booths. I've showed this before. You pay her in crisps, which you put in that envelope, which is based on an article me and my friend read where a prostitute was actually paid in crisps. Very, very dark in here. I thought I was optimizing it by turning the lights off and being smart, but and I thought, I turned them back on enough. But this is actually my first true run through of here since then. So this is all like pitch black. There's a room there, but it won't be pitch black. So yeah, you've probably seen this before if you've watched a lot of these videos, but for them all to be in one video is all in one level is what is unique here. It just feels more coherent than having like levels that are on little islands and stuff. So down here you can go down to, God, it is dark, isn't it? You can go down to 325, which is the nightclub, the main nightclub here. In the mission I had, it was taken over. I think I've turned all these people off. I turned off all of the people who are partying, mostly, apart from that bodyguard there. He's regularly one of the bouncers, I guess, now these days. I turned them off because they were slowing it right down, but there, if you remember, there was a party going on down here, and you have to kill them all and actually rescue Bellamy there. All of this is broken and will be re-implemented, possibly in some way, shape or form. But I'll take what I need because things have changed a lot. But you know, not too serious amounts of work won't get wasted, so that's good. No bullets. So yeah, let's get out of here because this place is boring right now. It needs to be, you know, populated with loads of people and loads of music, banging music, and some particle effects and some new lights, and make it a really kind of hardcore red light district. And you can come out at the end of the night and have a bit of a curry at this place, which is 24 hours, I think. And there'll be loads of people here, you know, messing around, getting drunk and stuff. And these little screens here will actually play videos, and you'll be able to sort of zoom in and watch a different video on each one, hopefully, or maybe these ones up here. But yeah, I plan to integrate some video stuff soon. You might remember ages ago I did an advert for the Sonorox MD24, which is way a fictional handheld games machine in the game. That is one of the ones that will be on. So yeah, well, we've done the red light district, haven't we? Whoa. Now there is other places to go. This island will be the island where some of the ceremonies take place. There will be ayahuasca ceremonies, and there will be cacao or cacao ceremonies. You can go in here. This is also used in a mission early on. As you can see, I get a shotgun. In fact, it's not showing, but yeah, there is a shotgun. A bit loud as well. And there was this place where I had a fight with some people. This is all coming back into the fray, and you'll be able to get to in the same level as everything else. And there's loads of new cool effects like that. There's a lot of positions where you can stand and see really beautiful views. But this is all largely empty actually. There needs to be quite a bit in there. There needs to be quite a bit in here to fill this up. There is a bar coming up. Well, that's Chicago Pile 1, but it's supposed to be a pub, but there's nothing happening there really. There is a bar coming up here called Asylum that my mate basically designed. Here it is. And this bar will be packed full of people, and during the mission when it goes crazy this will be packed full of really rough guys who want to mess you up, some urinals and stuff. And then you get to the roof here, which there isn't much happening here actually either. Bit of a tea party, huge, oh, and a broken thing, but over here we actually have the brewery, which is not properly linked up. I want, like, you know, actual paths to it and stuff, but you can jump down here and there's some dead ends here, some motley textures too that you can use for I can use for something. But if you go around you can't actually get in to the brewery, which I've demonstrated, I think. I hope so, because I did some good AI in there. Presumably I made a video about that. There's robots in that could attack you and stuff. And here actually this is on top of the red light district, Shinbone, which is also a big wasted open area that needs to be fixed, or at least made more interesting. And these tunnels are actually part of Shinbone. If you look hard you can get into them and run around, and now you can get to them from up here too. I don't know if they're a bit over the top unnecessary, or whether it's quite interesting to have tunnels like that you can maybe go down and see different things at different times. Maybe there could be sewage blocked in the tunnels at certain times and you could go down and have to blast it through. And you meet all sorts of horrible monsters doing that. So you can get into the brewery from here. My mouse pointer keeps going off the screen on one of the other monitors. I don't know why, so it's making life awkward. But yeah, you can basically get into the brewery here. And oh, is there a shotgun? Yeah, so you can. Bloody hell, that took all of them out. I think that took every glass out. Oh no, it didn't. So you can break into the brewery. Actually, you can buy this brewery later. If you remember in Topaz 11, there was a place. You don't even buy it, you get given this brewery. But at this point, I guess you're breaking in. God, it's dark. I turned off all the lights. I thought I was being an optimist and an optimizist. But I have to go back and turn the lights back on in here. But as you can see, the whole brewery is here. and you can get out from the ceiling through one of those glass windows. Let's see how that goes. I don't think I can break it with my head, but no, if I shoot it out. No third person weapons at the moment, as you can see, although one of the shotguns does work actually, but there's some bugs. But eventually it will be cool to walk in third person and shoot, although figuring that out on mechanism is almost impossible. He seems to sway around and I can't work it out. It's 7:30, so I don't want to blow out too many windows, but what's this? That was nice. And this gun perhaps not silly enough these days, although it is still quite silly. Ah, the mouse pointer. Some bug is making that happen, where the mouse is leaving the screen. Alright, I've jumped out of there. Oh, and there's a planet up there, as you might have noticed. That planet is real, and you can go to it. And there is a little bar on top, but actually I think it's a clone of the planet in Topaz at the moment, so that needs to be made unique. You can see there's 2 or more light sources with flares moving about. Is that one stuck? It normally moves. That one's moving. Could be a bug, I don't know. So yeah, this is SUBSTATE. It's a whole new world, and it solves a lot of problems, and it feels really good. And I just thought I'd make a video because I think this will need a lot of improvement, and this is quite a basic state of it, but it looks awesome. And I want to see how it evolves, as usual, even though these are basically years of work, you know, in one, or on and off, and then you put them all into one and it doesn't look like that much. I must have missed one out, surely. But you can go in the sewers in here, which you may recall from the early mission. But yeah, and there's a couple of secret rooms here. There was supposed to be a secret bar here, somewhere here. No, I don't know. It's gone. There's a secret bar anywhere called Effluence. Well, I guess you have to move these out of the way. But a lot of this stuff is broken. Is it broken? Oh, there it is, Effluence. And there's other rooms. This one where you hide, and there's loads of monitors here that show you what's on the CCTV. Obviously broken for the time being. But yeah, it's cool how it all comes together into one actual major level, basically. So the game will be just 3 major big levels. It'll be nice to keep track of. I'm not sure how the teleporting and that will work as such, and I'm thinking about incorporating train stations. Got one called the Matador. It loads levels, and that's probably the solution, because it looks like you're going along in a train as it's loading. And it's kind of cool that way. I'm trying to avoid static level screens, but I don't know how that'll work as such. Whoa, every time I try and do a super jump, because I have to use the middle mouse button, and it's off the focus, it does that. This is actually the park on top of Cataran Way. It's called Shogun Lamella, and I want to put all the district triggers in, so that when you go into each district it tells you where you are, like in the main level, and street signs and that, and fill this with people and have people talking and things you can pick up, money hidden, some of those savarins, the little cucumbers you can pick up, and just keep adding ideas and seeing how it goes. But I feel like I probably won't make any new scenes after this. I've got all the sub games. I don't know if anyone followed them or thought they were just something else, but anything I've shown here on this list, it's all been part of the main game. So all those other games, there's sub games you can play. Like when you go to that island there, you will take a trip of, like, you take a cup of ayahuasca or something, one of those mad things that trips you out like ridiculously. And then when you get to the point of really going wild, and you'll be here with a shaman called Dave DeRave, that will actually take you into Chromelandia, which is a sub-game I developed and showed a while ago. But so it won't be like an arcade game or a game that I was developing, or like I suggested, it was my character in the game was making it. But no, it's actually going to be the trip you take with Dave DeRave. So, but apart from those ones, it'll all be contained. And that'll be awesome. Somehow makes my life easier, that's why I'm harking on about it, because it also feels more coherent to have a whole city like this that you can run around in, and as opposed to, like, you know, before, if you went to Germans, you just had this bit, and there was a little tiny, this little thing around it. You were stuck here, and then you go back out and you go through the loading and that. So yeah, some of the other ones will be arcades though. Chromelandia should be used here maybe when you trip out, and you will go into the game. And a couple of the other ones will be used. Some of them will be able to bet on people playing, actual NPCs will play maybe. Who knows? And you might have noticed more ambient music in the background. It now randomly selects from a collection of ambient tunes, all from the same guy actually, Enrique Cordasso. He's a great. He supplied these and they're really good. He's an indie game musician actually. I'll leave a link to his SoundCloud in the thing below, and he sells some of these on the asset store. In fact, I think he has a free package of loads. One of these is from his free package, so I'm lucky to meet this guy, and it has helped me do the sound design better actually, by just having some tunes to finally, I sort of nailed it down to putting tunes in some places and, you know, sounds in other. Well, the sound's all over, not on this level, but it's hard to say, but it's kind of like a sphere of sound that you can walk in and out, and it works. Sometimes you can have music and go to a club, and that sphere is, you know, banging music and stuff. Then you walk down a market street, and it's, you know, market. You go into a bar, and it's like that. You hear glasses clinking and stuff. Yeah, that's really it, actually. That's the latest update, and this is called SUBSTATE. I was thinking, well, what can I call this new world, this SUBSTATE world, and I was, well, that's what I'll call it, SUBSTATE. And then I realised SUBSTATE is it sounds like SUBSTATE, so it got named. Alright, thanks for watching.